Shiver me timbers. You're not looking so good, Captain.
What do you mean you don't know how to sail? Yeah, feel that beat, feel that beat. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mickey. Come on, Mickey. Let's dance.
Dance? I thought you'd never ask. I'd love to.
Welcome, everyone, to the Mickey Shorts and More Disney podcast. My name is Steve.
And my name is Keaton.
And we are here to talk all things Mickey Mouse shorts and fun things from the theme parks, and, of course, more as we feel obliged to talk about. Keaton, how's it going?
Good.
You know what?
What?
We have missed a couple of weeks of podcasting. I know, that's been rough on us. We don't like to have to do that. We apologize to everybody who has been curious about the status of the podcast. We start off the new year talking about how we're going to keep producing podcasts and keep the show going, and then immediately miss the next 2 weeks. So my apologies. My job as a film and media producer, I have been producing a film, and it's kept me shooting interviews for the last 2 weeks. Every night I'm out shooting interviews, which means two things. It means our time is limited as far as producing podcasts before your bedtime, and all the gear that we typically use to produce the podcasts is all boxed up and going from location to location as I shoot the film. So it's been a little bit difficult. We've gotten a little behind schedule. But that is okay, because we're back at it this week and in future weeks, because we shouldn't have the problem with the schedule that we've had in the past.
Yes.
Now, a few things going on, Mr. Keaton.
What is it?
First of all, from at least what I've been hearing from the other room, you have been doing better at your piano lessons.
Yes.
What song did Mom happen to find in one of your piano books that you've really taken to?
Mickey Mouse March.
Yes. She found the Mickey Mouse March. You got all excited about that, and now every night, constantly, as you're practicing, we're hearing the Mickey Mouse March. How are you feeling about playing it, bud?
I'm very proud of myself.
You are proud of yourself. What do you think? Should we listen to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's Keaton in his debut performance of the Mickey Mouse March on piano. So, Keaton, there is a little bit of news going on as far as the upcoming Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We are a few weeks away, probably about 6 weeks out now from the launch of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We excited to see what that's going to look like?
Yes.
Yes, we are. So, now, in the 2 weeks...
I wish I could be at Disneyland right in time for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
That's right, so do I. I mean, it's going to be a few years before it gets to Disneyland, but Disney World's the place to be, because they've had both Star Wars Land premiere in December and now Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That's going to be a fun park to visit. So, in preparation for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, coming up on March 4th, Disney continues to release posters, not necessarily about the attraction, but just promoting the Mickey Shorts series as a whole. So that way more people become familiar with it and it gets more attention. So, for instance, in the last 2 weeks since we broadcasted, we've seen two posters come out. One is covering the episode called Three-Legged Race, which we haven't covered yet. So in this new poster, we've got Pete kind of running through the background. I mean, if you've watched the show, you're familiar with what's happening here. We've got Minnie and Daisy up at the top, all looking competitive as they're tied to each other, having a three-legged race. We've got Pete with Mickey Mouse tied to his peg leg. Goofy's in a sack because of the sack race. And there's a lot of other competitors too. Once we get to this episode at some point in time in the future, whenever it comes up chronologically, we will talk about what's happening here. But this is a fun, just like movie poster look at this particular episode that they've released for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Then they released a really disturbing looking poster for the episode called Split Decision. Keaton, what are you thinking of this one?
This one's very cool.
Yeah. Now, this one, again, we have not covered this episode yet. So for those of you who are only watching the show when you're listening to us, this will sound a little bit confusing, but Donald is having a little bit of a problem with a split personality. So on one side of the poster, we show Donald's happy to be here side. I just need a hug. And then we've got Donald's evil side. It's kind of like, Hulk Donald. And poor Mickey and the professor looking completely confused as to how to solve this. Perfect encapsulation of what happens in this episode, which, again, we will get to in the future. But it's fun to watch these really artistically styled posters coming out, all as a fun way to both promote the Mickey shorts in general, which we love, obviously, since we're doing a podcast about it, and about the upcoming Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Now, a couple of things about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, since that seems to be dominating the news lately. First, the first toy souvenir from the ride is now available. This is a Mickey train whistle that makes the typical train sound. You can find the new whistles inside Donald's double feature at Disney's All-Star Movie Resort. The toy whistles, they retail for $12.99. And you can see a picture of these with a link in the show notes. It's kind of cool. You've got the train whistle, and on top of it, you've got, it's kind of like the train whistle you'd find at a lot of gift shops. But on top of it, you've got a reproduction of the train with Mickey driving it from the ride. It is the lead ride vehicle from the ride. Keaton, what do you think?
Cool.
Would you want one?
Yes.
Well, if we visit, I'm sure they'll have these at a gift shop there once the ride opens. But for now, they're just available at Disney's All-Star Movie Resort. So go there if you would like one. Also, we know from social media and all the interwebs that the ride has officially started its test and adjust phase. Walt Disney World's president, Josh D'Amaro, went on social media and he showed off the latest picture of the progress of the attraction. We can see him in the picture. He's standing in the loading area with some of the other employees. And he had said on his Instagram that he was pleased to announce the testing of the ride has begun and that everything is on track for a March 4th launch. So again, links to that are also in the show notes. Lots of stuff to see in the show notes this week. So make sure you go to www.mickeyshortsandmore.com. Yes. Check out this week's episode notes to get all the latest Mickey Mouse news as it comes out.
Are you ready for the show?
So you know what we need to do, buddy?
What?
We need to watch a Mickey Mouse short.
Yeah.
It has been 2 weeks since we've watched a Mickey Mouse short. Well, not really, because we still watch them every night at bedtime. But at least with our audience, we have not watched a Mickey Mouse short because we're 2 weeks behind in the podcast. So let's get on it. Okay. This week we are covering season 2, episode 7, called Captain Donald. The official show I can't talk tonight. And I make tooting noises when I screw up. All right. Let's get this one back on track. Okay, and back into it. The official show summary says Mickey's eagerness to set sail on Donald's boat leads him to reveal his deepest, darkest secret. He doesn't know how to sail. Dun, dun, dun. The official air date was August 8th, 2014. I didn't mess up. You will know when I mess up because I'll make the sound. Okay, we can't laugh through the credit where credits due segment because that's where we give official props to the amazing creators of the show. So pull yourself together, man.
2 hours later.
And after a 5-minute hysterical laughing break, we are back. All right, so back to credit where credit's due. The show is written by Mark Ackland, Derek Bachman, Clay Morrow, and Cindy Morrow. I have to wonder if that's Clay Morrow's wife, or I guess it could be a sister, but somehow related to Clay Morrow. And also, it's awesome to have the family on board here. This one was directed by Paul Reddish. Yay! We love Paul Reddish directed episodes. And it was storyboarded by Mark Ackland. Another new name to the creative team for this week's episode.
Wait, who was it?
Mark Ackland.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And who's going to be?
New name. We don't know Mark yet.
Daisy?
So, should we watch the short?
Yes.
Okay, so again, if you're new to the program, this is how it works. The link to the episode is in the show notes. It's probably going to be one of the first links above the news that we just talked about a few minutes ago. You click on the link, we're going to give you a countdown. Go to that link, and you can watch it with us as we give our commentary on the show. You ready?
Yep.
1, 2. Mickey Mouse and Captain Donald. We see Donald's nice sailboat. Donald is kicking back on the deck. Suddenly his friends all show up. They are ready to sail. They want a trip on the sailboat. Mickey's like, hey, you've always said you're going to take us sailing. So now here they are, and Mickey has just shoved the boat off, and here they go into the water. They put up their umbrellas. They are sunbathing. Donald is looking a little nervous. Mickey's talking like a pirate.
Shiver me timbers. You're not looking so good, Captain.
Yeah, Donald's not looking so good. So he's whispering something to Mickey. Wait, he doesn't know how to sail? The girls look up like they're surprised. So now we get the reveal. Donald Duck, he doesn't really know how to sail. He just wears the uniform because that's what Daisy gave him. Okay, so they're going to try to figure this out. We're just going to pull the dock. We're just going to pull the boat back up to the dock. But they pull away and reveal that the boat is in the middle of the ocean. So Donald's now trying to fly up to the mast, but yeah, okay, that's not working. So now Mickey's rigging a pedaling contraption to the back of the boat. Donald is going to pedal while Mickey steers. But this puts him a little bit over the water, and there are sharks in this water. So they're going to speed away. Oh my goodness. Wait, there's a huge bite out of the back of the boat, and Donald's being chased by a shark. Mickey's going to lasso him back. Poor Donald. Just as Mickey lassos him, pulling him in, and now he's stuck at the top of the mast and getting seasick. Oh, the girls are egging him on. Oh, you're so brave.
He's the best sailor.
No, you said that if he keeps up with the lies and the tantrums, he can go fly a kite.
Uh-huh. He's the best sailor. Show him what you've
So they're encouraging him on, but Donald is still freaking out on top of the mast. He accidentally pulls a rope, releasing the sail. Woohoo! He's shocked. He actually did it. Now they're going high speed across the ocean. Donald cheers in victory and gets struck by lightning, which lights the sail on fire. Now it's a huge storm. Oh my goodness. Poor Donald.
His pants.
Yeah, his shirt inflates with the wind, and now that's the sail that they needed to get them out of this mess. Oh no, huge hurricane, huge storm, a huge whirlpool. They think they're gonna go down. What's gonna happen? Mickey grabs the rope, he swings it around. He's trying to keep a hold of Donald. Donald's shirt flies them up, acting as the sail, and puts them right down out of the storm. They're sailing around to the other side of the planet, the nice sunny side. The girls are so impressed. Donald Duck, meanwhile, is being tortured at the top of the mast. The boat sinks.
I knew you'd save us, Captain Donald.
And now Daisy is so excited. But Donald's like, but the shirt, the uniform is completely ruined. That's okay. Daisy has other uniforms. Now he's sitting in a pilot's outfit. And he's admitting that he really can't fly. This is a problem. Because Daisy is setting him up for failure. Whew. Keaton, what'd you think?
Good.
What did you like about this particular episode?
I liked when his shirt was ruined. It was pretty funny.
You like when his shirt was what?
Ruined.
Oh, yeah, at the very end. No, I love the line there. This one just makes me smile. All in the inflection of Daisy's voice. because Donald's like, oh man, my shirt is ruined. And she's all,
Oh, I've got other uniforms.
I mean, there's this little hint of kind of disturbing kinkiness. I don't know the word. You're not going to understand that, but there's just this little devious hint in her voice, which makes you go, what kind of relationship do these two have? Because apparently she likes a man in uniform, and she's got all sorts of uniforms, and now we know that Donald is expected to live up to whatever uniform he is given. This is what started us on the whole sailor thing. We also know now why Donald Duck always wears a sailor outfit. They've never explained that before. And now we know Daisy gave it to him and expects him to follow suit, even if that means he doesn't do things. So, Keaton, does this mean now that Donald's going to try to go fly a plane to impress Daisy?
No.
Well, I hope it does not, but there's a little bit of worry about that at the end of the episode. Anything else that stand out to you, bud?
There, from Captain Donald, there's like a boat that's why there's a boat at Disneyland.
Yes, you are correct. If you go to Mickey's Toontown, which we did, where was it that we met Donald Duck?
At that lake.
Well, we met him at his boat. So this whole Donald having a boat has kind of been around for a long time because it's built into Disneyland. So hopefully when we're visiting Donald Duck's boat in Toontown, he's not sinking it. But you at least can meet him there. And we should post pictures of that to Instagram to help people learn about this episode. I also liked this, if I can find it.
Donald! You're so brave! Didn't I tell you? He's the best sailor.
No, you said that if he keeps up with the lies and the tantrums, he can go fly a kite.
Uh-huh. Plus, he's the best sailor. Show him what you've got, sweetie!
So, a more disturbing insight into Donald and Daisy's relationship here, as Daisy's all... Hold on. As Daisy's all... Minnie's like, didn't you say he was a good sailor? And she's like, no, I told him that if he continues with the lies and such, so that he can go fly a kite. So, yeah, we've it's nice in this series that we've established that Mickey and Minnie have a nice, like, completely romantic, normal relationship. They get along great. Everything's just fun and roses for them. And Donald and Daisy fight like the dickens. So, a little insight as to what their fights are about there. So, a few random facts, a few things from the episode, some of which we've already talked about. But this is the only episode to air in August of 2014. Sometimes the episodes come out every week. Sometimes they come out once a month. This is more of the once a month variety because they had slowed down in the summer. So, this is it for August of 2014. This is also the first time we've seen Daisy Duck in season 2. For 8 episodes or so, she has not been around. So she really is an occasional here during season 2. This episode was supposed to be in season 1. Its original title was called Sailboat Time. Also, this episode's original broadcast title was Donald the Sailor. So I don't know exactly what made them decide to change it to Captain Donald and move it to season 2. But that is where it ended up. And this is the first time in the series that we see Minnie Mouse and Daisy Duck in their bathing suits as they're lying out on the deck of the boat, sunbathing while Donald Duck is freaking out, stuck to the mast of the boat. So, Keaton, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up this particular show?
Nope.
All right, but you know what that means it's time for?
Keaton's Joke of the Week.
Keaton, what sort of awesome joke do you have for us this week?
How much does it cost a pirate to get his ears pierced?
How much does it cost a pirate to get his ears pierced?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. We do a sailing-themed episode and you come up with a pirate joke?
Yep.
You always are good with that. Okay, so how much does it cost a pirate to get his ears pierced?
About a buccaneer.
About $1 an ear?
Yes.
For a pirate to get his ears pierced?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea what a buccaneer is?
Mm-mm.
Well, it might sound like $1 per ear, but a buccaneer is actually a pirate. So nice. Nice playing. Yeah, a buccaneer is another word for a pirate. Nice job. And that is what we call
Keaton's Joke of the Week.
All right, so before you go into any more fits of laughter, we got to finish up the episode. So, remember, you can hear all of the episodes we've done previously by visiting www.mickeyshortsandmore.com. If you're looking for the podcast, I mean, you're listening now, so I'm assuming you found it. But if you'd like to share the podcast with friends and neighbors and anyone else who's interested, remember you can find us on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, on Google Play, on Stitcher, or pretty much any podcast player that you have. Just Google or look up Mickey Shorts and More. Type that in there and you can find us. Also, remember, you can connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Again, just search for Mickey Shorts and More, and you can find us. You can also email us your own commentary and your own thoughts or your own questions about each episode that we've covered. Just send those to mickeyshortsandmore@gmail.com, or you can call the voicemail line and leave us a message if you want your voice to be featured on the show. Just call 541-321-0472. Ahoy! Lots of things you can do to connect with us. So next week, we are covering Season 2, Episode 8, Mumbai Madness, which will be another fun one for us to do, and lots more coming. So make sure to stay tuned to us for all the latest Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway news, all the latest Mickey Shorts news, as we cover each of the Mickey Shorts episodes and bring all sorts of interestingness between an adult and a 6-year-old to your earbuds every week. Thanks for listening to the Mickey Shorts and More podcast. Hope everyone has a great week, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye. Dun, 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 dun.